Okay, as we're looking at the course here now, we've imported the course. We're left here as the import successful because we got a green check mark there. Our next step is going to be to view the content. So we click to view content here, and here is our course. Within our course now, we've got the embedded assessments, which are right at the top. These are things that we're required to have done and that our students have to do so we can get things going out straight. And I'll talk you how we can move with that in a little bit here. But I'm just going to go ahead. That was course home. Is right here. That's where students often come into when they come into the course. The best way to have students go into things is to work through the content, which is where I came there just a little bit ago. But if I click on content, that takes you to that screen that you just saw there. Here's next one over is word discussions, and this is something we've imported for you or set up for you to work with this course. You can use these discussions within your course, choose to use them or not choose to use them, but I would like everybody to have these discussion items because they do kind of take things out beyond the classroom. Students can do outside of class. Next is assignments. We call them Dropbox assignments, but a place they can Dropbox things. You'll see there's nothing in here besides a pre-skill survey. We'll talk about that when we talk about the embedded assessments. But really, this is where if you want to put additional things in for the students to do, worksheets for them to do, labs for them to do, somewhere they actually have to download something and upload something, or just a place that you want to put something that they can download it. The Dropbox assignments is a place to do that. If you're teaching a face-to-face class, you probably won't have much in here, if anything in here, but it is a good place to leave stuff if they need to get some worksheets or something to work on. The next tab over is the quizzes. And as I mentioned, the import, we have several times the quizzes came in here. They're all set up in here. The practice exam is part of the embedded assessments. So that's listed there right off the bat. But then you've got a practice quiz, a quiz with all questions, and down at the bottom here, you've got quizzes that are randoms. Okay, we'll talk a little bit more about how to arrange quizzes in a little bit in a separate video probably. I'm just kind of showing you what's in here right now. There are also on this part question libraries, and here's where you will find those different pools of questions. The book pool basically is questions that are the same as in the chapters at the end of the chapters in the book, and then the other quizzes are quizzes that have been created by instructors, us, and other instructors to put into a great big pool as we look at it. So that's all under the quizzes tab here at the top. When you click there, you have that, quizzes, statistics. We'll talk about lockdown browser and statistics. You can go into Brightspace a little further research if you're interested in both of those. Grades is the next tab there, and this grades is where all the grades can be kept. Most of you are keeping your own grade book somewhere, so you may or may not use this, but at least you can go in here and find things. There are different settings in there, and I'm not going to go into that in this course, or at least this video. Typically where I like to be when I'm coming into the grades is come into the enter grades rather than manage grades. And in enter grades, and I don't know if we'll see anything here. Yeah, I guess we'll see some students that are already enrolled in my class for the fall as you look at it. There will be more enrolled, and this is where I can actually enter grades as we look at it. One thing, by the way, on enter grades, you see that black, that eyeball there with the cross through it. That means a student cannot see their final grade in there. If you're using this grade book and you want students to see that final grade, you got to come here and go to grade all. And when you go to grade all, there's over here where it says released. I'm just going to click release all of them and release on release. Click the check mark and then release on release. That will release all of them. Apply that, save that, excuse me, and close it. Yes. And when that's done, then they can see their final grade. That's a setting that's confused to a lot of people. If you want to grade any of the item, the discussions are graded through a rubric, which I'll show you when I get to that. The quizzes are set up to grade automatically as you see them, so their points will be in here. And if you have any assignments, you can actually come into this grade book. If you want to keep all your grades in here, you can go down here, just click grade all. And what that'll open up is let you put grades in manually if you want. I'm just going to cancel out of that. So that's kind of what's set up in the gradebook as we look at it, as we go across the top. Email system, I don't recommend using that. More tools are over here. If you want to get your class list, check on student progress, information about the course, manage individual files, rubrics, all of that material is going to be under this more tools. And then we've already talked about the course administrator. So that's a basic orientation to how the course is set up. The next video we'll see is actually working with course content.